Past participles are an important part of Spanish because they're used in several different ways to accomplish several different tasks. At first glance, this can seem like a kind of obscure principle, though. You may not even be familiar with the term past participles. That's okay, because as we go through this, you'll start to learn and you'll get a feel for it. Don't worry about it sounding a little bit foreign or unfamiliar to you for now. There are three basic uses of the past participles in Spanish. They can be used with the verb estar to describe things, they can be used with the verb haber to form the perfect tenses, and they can be used with the verb ser to form the passive voice. We could spend a lot of time on each of these individual topics, but that's not our point for now. You should be aware that past participles are used for all of these things because that'll help you to understand how important they are, but you'll learn later about these various concepts. Our intention in this video is just to present you with how to form past participles so that as you learn about these other things, you won't get tripped up. You'll already know what a past participle is and how you form it from a verb. There are two steps for forming a past participle. We cut the ending off of a verb, and then we add ado for AR verbs or ido for ER/IR verbs. We could think of this as three steps like we've seen before. Step 1, choose your verb. Step 2, cut off the ending. And step 3, add ado or ido. But we'll just assume that we're choosing a verb, and so we'll go with two steps here. Step 1, cut off the ending. Step 2, add ado or ido. So for instance, if we had the verb cumplir and we needed to form a past participle with it, we would cut off the IR and we would add IDO because it was an IR verb. And that would give us cumplido. That's our past participle for the verb cumplir. If we had hablar, we would follow the same steps, cut off the AR, and since it's an AR verb, we would add ado instead of ido, and so forth. So pick our verb, cut off the ending, and add ado if it's an AR verb, or ido if it's an ER or IR verb. Believe it or not, there are a lot of irregular past participles. This is not an exhaustive list, but it's a fairly extensive list. Abrir instead of abrido, which we'd expect it to be, is abierto. We'd expect cubrido for cubrir, but it's cubierto. Here we see others, dicho, escrito, hecho, muerto, and so forth. Also, and this is kind of a nice thing about Spanish, when we have verbs that are formed from other verbs or tied to or related to other verbs, their participles are going to be very similar. So for instance, we have the verb descubrir, which is, as we can see, related to the verb cubrir. The participle for descubrir is going to be descubierto. Very similar to what we saw for cubrir. Cubrir, cubierto, descubrir, descubierto. So if you see one of these verbs embedded within another verb, chances are that this participle will also be embedded within the other past participle. So again, remember that it's not our purpose at this point for you to understand what past participles are used for or how to use them. We're just interested in how to form them. One more time, the steps for regular past participles are to cut off the ending off of the infinitive and add ado if it was an AR verb, or ido if it was an ER or IR verb.